Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube video. So in today's video, we will try to understand the difference between covariance and correlation. See, we heard about covariance and correlation so many times, but in general, the we don't know the minute difference between both, like how covariance can help and how correlation can help. We have a lot of resources available on the net, but however both still not solves our issue. So first understand covariance and correlation, both are statistical terms. Both helps in defining the relationship between variables. Now when I say variables, I mean only two variables. So there are other statistical terms which helps in defining the relationship between multiple variables, but however here we have x and y kind of a relationships. Now now let's understand how covariance can help and how correlation can help at certain places. So covariance helps in defining the direction of relationship. Suppose you have again two variables. If one goes up, another goes up, it is a positive relationship. If one goes down, other goes down, again a positive relation because the direction is the same. So see, and let's see it again. If we have x on one axis, and if it is increasing, then y is also increasing. If x is decreasing in the left hand side, y goes down. These are examples of positive relationship and positive covariance. It might happen one goes up, another might goes down, then that is a negative relationship and negative covariance. The magnitude of, however, covariance is not of much important. Remember, magnitude is not of much important. Let's see an example. Suppose we have two stocks, stock A and stock B. On day 1, stock rises by 5%, day 2 6%, and on day 3 goes by 3%. So stock B also rises by 2%, also rises by 4%, and goes down by 1%. So this kind of relationships are positive relationship. Both are doing exactly the same behavior on a given day. We call it as a positive covariance because the direction of relationship is positive. Now let's understand the negative covariance a bit. So if the direction of variables moves in opposite direction, if one goes up, another down, if one goes down, another up, then that's an example of negative relationship. So in summary, we can summarize covariance as positive relation and negative relation. Let's go to correlation. Now the correlation is an extension to covariance, you can say it. It shows the direction as well as the magnitude. See, we knew the relationship from the covariance, but we never knew how deep they are connected. So a +1 correlation means both are very strongly connected, both will move exactly same. So if suppose one stock goes plus 10 one day, another will also go by plus 10. And this is an example of strongly bonded relationship. Now see, one more thing which correlation defines are the linear relationship. So the magnitude in the correlation is for defining the linear relationship. There might be other kinds of relationships, non-linear, any other kind of a relation, but that is not defined by the magnitude of correlation. Okay, now let's see Now let's understand other things also. So we understand about the linear relationship. The magnitude of correlation helps in defining the linear relationship, not the non-linear ones. So this is all we have done. Now let's see further into the video. Positive covariance, let's summarize our video. So basically, like positive covariance, x goes up, y will also go up. If I go in direction east, then my friend will go also in direction east. If goes in west, then I will also go west. This is covariance, but how much, we are still not clear. Similarly, for negative covariance, x goes up, y will goes down. If I go north, my friend will go south. This is negative, but I don't know how much. This magnitude, like how much they are different, is defined by correlation. So we understand, now we know two variables direction can be defined by covariance. Magnitude, linear magnitude, is by correlation. So covariance is used mostly in industry to find out the Egan decomposition metric. So in PCA we extensively use covariance for decompositions. So basically PCA helps in dimensional reductionality. It is mostly there we use the covariance. However, covariance is generally used in finding the relationship, in avoiding the multicollinearity. If a variable has, let's say, correlation as 0, then they means they are not linearly dependent. So on this note, I hope things are clear, much better in shape, and I am closing this video for. Thank you guys for watching.